My fiancée said, "Your brother understands me better." I replied, "Then marry him." Then I canceled everything, cut them both off, left town, and I smiled when he dumped her after she got pregnant. Hey Reddit, your brother understands me better than you ever will. I looked up from my laptop, certain I'd misheard. But Mia was staring at me with that expression, the one she'd been wearing more and more lately. Half defiant, half waiting for me to react. What did you just say? You heard me. She crossed her arms. He actually listens when I talk. He asks questions. He cares about my day. I'm 26. We'd been engaged for 8 months, together for 3 years before that. My younger brother, 23, charming in that effortless way I'd never quite managed, had moved to our city 6 months ago. I'd been the one who helped him find an apartment, who invited him to our weekly dinners. Then marry him, I said. The words came out flat, emotionless. I watched her face change, shock, then anger, then something that looked almost like vindication. Maybe I will. I closed my laptop. Okay. Her voice pitched higher. That's it. That's all you have to say. What else is there? I stood up, grabbed my keys from the counter. You just told me my brother understands you better. You didn't disagree when I suggested marrying him instead. So yeah, okay. You're being ridiculous. Am I? I turned to face her fully for the first time since she'd dropped that bomb. How long has this been going on? Nothing's going on. But her eyes shifted left, just for a second. We just talk. He's a good friend. Right? I pulled my phone out, opened my messages. Found the group chat with my parents and my brother. Typed quickly, family dinner this Sunday is canceled. All future family events are canceled. Don't contact me. What are you doing? Mia tried to grab my phone. I stepped back, hit send. Then I opened my text with the wedding venue. This is what I'm doing. I spent the next hour at our kitchen table, making calls. The venue coordinator was confused but professional. The caterer had a cancellation policy. I'd lose the deposit, but I didn't care. The photographer actually sounded relieved. Apparently, she had a wait list. Mia stood in the doorway the whole time, cycling through emotions like a slot machine. Anger, tears, more anger, bargaining. You're overreacting, she said when I hung up with the florist. I didn't mean it like that. I was just frustrated because you've been so busy with work. How long? I asked again. Nothing happened. How long? She bit her lip. 2 months. Maybe 3. But we're just friends. I laughed. It came out harsh, unfamiliar. You know what's funny? I actually believed you were working late all those Thursdays. Her face went white. Yeah. I nodded. I'm not stupid, Mia. I just trusted you. Past tense. My phone buzzed. My brother. What the hell? What happened? Then my mom. Sweetie, please call me. Your brother says you're upset. I turned my phone face down. You're really going to throw away 3 years over nothing? Mia's voice cracked. Over me venting about our relationship. You didn't vent. You compared. There's a difference. I grabbed my laptop, started unplugging the charger. And you did it while apparently spending your Thursday nights with him instead of at your book club. It was book club. He started coming too. The group meets at that cafe near his place. Stop. I held up my hand. Every word makes this worse. She started crying then. Real tears, not the manipulation kind she'd used before when we argued about her spending or my long hours. Please. I love you. I made a mistake, but nothing physical happened. Yet. Ever. Nothing will ever happen. I zipped my laptop into its bag. You're right. Because you won't see him again. I can't just cut off your brother. You won't have to. I headed toward our bedroom. My bedroom now, I guess. I'm cutting you both off. Problem solved. I heard her following me, still talking, still justifying. I tuned it out. 3 years of my life, and I was tuning her out like background noise. The bedroom felt different now. The photos on the dresser, us at the beach, at her sister's wedding, at the restaurant where I'd proposed, looked like evidence from someone else's life. I pulled my duffel bag from the closet. Where are you going? Hotel. I started throwing clothes in. I'll arrange for movers next week. This is my apartment too. Actually, it's mine. Check the lease. I grabbed my toiletries from the bathroom. You can stay through the end of the month. After that, you're out. You can't. I can. I am. I zipped the bag, slung it over my shoulder. My name's on everything. Lease, utilities, even that couch you picked out. You wanted honesty? Here it is. I checked out of this relationship 3 months ago when you stopped looking at me the way you look at him. That stopped her. She just stared. You didn't think I noticed. I continued, surprising myself with how calm I sounded. The way you light up when he texts. How you laugh at his jokes. Really laugh. Not that polite thing you do with my stories anymore. How you dress differently on Thursdays now. I don't. Blue dress. The one I bought you for your birthday. You wore it every Thursday for a month. I headed for the door. I'm not an idiot, Mia. I'm just done. She grabbed my arm at the door. Please don't do this. We can fix this. Therapy, counseling, whatever you want. I gently removed her hand. I want you to be happy. Genuinely. And I want someone who doesn't need to find that happiness with my brother. I opened the door. Goodbye, Mia. You'll regret this, she called after me. You're going to realize you threw away something good over nothing. I didn't turn around. The elevator doors closed on her tear-stained face, and I felt nothing. Maybe that should have scared me. Instead, it felt like confirmation. The hotel room was generic. Clean. Quiet. I sat on the edge of the bed and finally looked at my phone. 47 missed calls. 63 texts. All from the same 3 people. My brother's messages evolved from confused to angry. What did you tell Mia? She's saying you broke up. Call me. Seriously, what the fuck? You're really going to blow up the family over relationship problems? My mom. Your brother says you canceled Sunday dinner. Please talk to us. Whatever happened with Mia, we can work through it as a family. Mia, a novel in text form, alternating between apologetic and accusatory. The last one, sent 10 minutes ago, he's coming over. We're going to figure out how to fix this. How to fix you. I blocked all 3 numbers. Then I opened my work email and typed a message to my boss. We had a satellite office in Denver. I'd helped set it up last year. Knew they were understaffed. My message was simple. Any chance that transfer opportunity is still available? The response came in under 5 minutes. When can you start? I booked a flight for Monday morning. The next few days were mechanical. I arranged for movers to pack my things and put them in storage. Gave notice on the apartment. Paid the penalty. Didn't care. My landlord was surprisingly understanding when I explained I needed a fresh start. Pretty sure he'd been through his own version of this. I ignored every attempt at contact. My brother showed up at my hotel. I watched from the window as he argued with the front desk, then left. My mom tried calling from different numbers. I added them to the block list. Mia sent emails to my work account. I set up a filter sending them straight to trash. My dad, quiet, steady, always the rational one, left a single voicemail. I don't know what happened, son, but I know you. You don't make rash decisions. If you did this, you had your reasons. Take care of yourself. I saved that voicemail. Sunday afternoon, I got a call from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. You destroyed her. It was my brother. He must have borrowed someone's phone. She's a mess. She can't eat, can't sleep. Good. What? I said good. I stood up from my hotel desk, looked out at the city I was about to leave. She destroyed herself. I just stopped enabling it. Nothing happened between us. Do you want it to? Silence. That's what I thought. I sat back down. Here's the thing. Maybe nothing physical happened. Maybe you really were just friends. But she was already gone. She checked out of our relationship and into whatever fantasy she'd built with you. So whether you touched her or not, irrelevant. You're being crazy. I'm being done. There's a difference. I paused. Tell me something. When did you figure out she liked you? More silence. Because I'm betting you knew before I did. I continued. I'm betting you liked the attention. Liked having your successful older brother's fiancée hanging on your every word. Made you feel important, right? Fuck you. There it is. I smiled without humor. You want to know the saddest part? I would have been happy for you if you'd just been honest. If you'd come to me, said you had feelings for her, asked how I felt about our relationship. But you didn't. You both went behind my back. And then she had the audacity to tell me you understood her better. Where are you? His voice shifted. Let's meet up, talk this through face to face like adults. I'm leaving town. Tomorrow, actually. New job, new city, new life. I felt surprisingly good saying it out loud. And before you ask, no, I'm not telling you where. Lose this number. I hung up, blocked him again. Denver was cold, clean, anonymous in the way big cities are when you don't know anyone. I threw myself into work. The satellite office was growing fast, needed someone who could handle the chaos. Turns out, personal upheaval makes professional problems feel manageable by comparison. My new apartment was smaller than the one I'd shared with Mia. I liked it better. My furniture, my choices, my mess. I bought a new couch, not because I hated the old one, but because I wanted something that was entirely mine. 3 weeks in, my dad called from a new number. I considered not answering, but curiosity won. I'm not going to ask you to reconcile, he said immediately. I'm calling because your brother is making some choices I think you should know about. Dad, just listen. His voice was firm. Mia's pregnant. The world tilted slightly. I sat down on my new couch. They're together now, Dad continued. Have been since a week after you left. Your mother's thrilled, planning baby showers, the whole 9 yards. Your brother's talking about how it just happened, how they found comfort in each other during a difficult time. I laughed. Couldn't help it. You find that funny? Dad sounded genuinely curious, not angry. The timeline's impressive, I said. I left 3 weeks ago. She's far enough along to know she's pregnant. So either she cheated, or she got pregnant within days of us breaking up. Either way, not your problem, Dad finished. That's what I wanted to tell you. Your mother's trying to paint this as some beautiful love story. Fate bringing them together. She wants you to come home for the wedding. The what? Your brother proposed. They're getting married next month. Small ceremony, given the circumstances. Dad's voice held something I couldn't quite identify. Your mother thinks you'll want to be there. To heal the family. And what do you think? I think, Dad said slowly, that you're better off where you are. I think your brother is about to learn some very hard lessons. And I think your mother will figure it out eventually, but it'll take time. Figure what out? That the girl who left you for your brother isn't the prize she thinks she is. I heard him sigh. I've been watching Mia these past weeks. She's different, demanding. Your brother's already stressed, and the baby isn't even here yet. She keeps comparing him to you. How you made more money, how you were more stable, how you had your life together. Karma's a bitch, I said flatly. That she is. Dad paused. You doing okay out there? Really okay? Yeah. I looked around my apartment, at the life I was building. I actually am. Good. That's all I needed to know. He cleared his throat. I'm not taking sides here. That's your mother's game, not mine. But I'm proud of you for knowing when to walk away. We hung up. I sat there for a while, processing. Pregnant. Engaged. Moving on with my brother. I waited for the pain, the anger, the regret Mia had promised I'd feel. Nothing came. 6 months passed. Denver became home. I made friends. Real ones, not couple friends who'd be forced to pick sides. Got a promotion. Started dating casually, nothing serious, just remembering what it felt like to be wanted for me. My dad called occasionally with updates. He'd given up pretending to be neutral. He'd seen too much. Your brother looks exhausted, he told me in March. Mia's on bed rest. High-risk pregnancy, apparently. She's staying with them because she needs support. Your mother's basically raising her. And the wedding? Postponed. She wanted it before she started showing, but complications pushed everything back. Dad hesitated. She asks about you sometimes. Where you are, what you're doing. Your brother shuts it down pretty quick. Good for him. Is it though? Dad sounded tired. Because from where I'm sitting, he's trapped. She's got him convinced the baby's the most important thing, that he needs to step up, be a man about it. Meanwhile, she's spending his money like water and complaining that his apartment's too small. Why are you telling me this? Because I want you to know you made the right choice. Dad's voice was firm. Every day, I'm more certain of it. In April, my brother called. I'd never unblocked him, but he'd borrowed someone's phone again. I recognized his voice immediately. She left me. I almost hung up. But something in his tone, broken, defeated, made me stay on the line. What happened? She lost the baby. He sounded hollow. 2 weeks ago. And last night she told me she can't do this anymore. That I'm not what she needs. That she made a mistake. I should have felt vindication. Sweet, poetic justice. Instead, I just felt tired. I'm sorry, I said and meant it. Are you? He laughed bitterly. You warned me, sort of. Told me she'd already checked out. I thought you were just angry, jealous even. But you were right. I usually am. She's been talking about you, he continued, as if I hadn't spoken. Ever since she lost the baby, it's been your brother would have handled this better, and your brother had his life together, and maybe I made the wrong choice. And you're calling me because? Because I don't know what else to do. His voice cracked. Mom and Dad won't talk about you. Me is a wreck. I'm a wreck. Everything's fucked, and I wanted to hear your voice, I guess. Remember when we were brothers instead of whatever this is. I stood up, walked to my window. Denver spread out below, glittering in the afternoon sun. We're still brothers. We're just not friends. Can we be? Again, I mean. I don't know. Honest, at least. You slept with my fiancé. Ex-fiancé. Doesn't matter what we were when you did it. I cut him off. You knew what you were doing. Maybe you didn't plan it. Maybe it just happened, like you told Dad. But you made a choice. Multiple choices. And now you're living with them. I know. He sounded young suddenly. Like the kid brother who used to follow me around. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Okay. He sounded confused. That's it. What do you want me to say? I asked. That I forgive you? I don't. That we can go back to how things were? We can't. That I'm glad Mia left you and you lost the baby? I'm not. I'm just done caring. That's worse, he said quietly. You being angry would be easier. Probably. I watched the traffic move below, tiny cars full of people with their own problems. But I don't have the energy for anger anymore. I spent 3 years with someone who didn't really want me. I'm not spending more time on either of you. Is there anything I can do? Yeah. I turned away from the window. Leave me alone. Both of you. Tell Mia I hope she figures her shit out, but she needs to do it without me. Tell Mom and Dad I'm okay. Tell yourself whatever you need to hear to sleep at night. But leave me out of it. Will you ever come home? I thought about that. Home. What even was that now? Probably not, I said. Denver's home now. I've got a life here. Good job, good friends, good apartment. No drama, no betrayal, no family members sleeping with people they shouldn't. It's nice. Sounds lonely. It's not. And it wasn't. It's peaceful. We sat in silence for a moment. Then he said, I really am sorry. For what it's worth. It's worth something, I admitted. Just not enough. I hung up before he could respond. 2 months later, my mom called. First time since I'd left. I almost didn't answer, but Dad had mentioned she was struggling with the whole situation. Figured I owed her a conversation. Your brother told me what happened, she said without preamble. With Mia leaving. The baby. Yeah. I was wrong. Her voice was thick. About all of it. I don't know what I thought. That it was romantic, maybe. 2 people finding each other in grief. But I watched her these past months, and I saw what your father saw. What you probably saw all along. And what's that? That she didn't want either of you. She wanted the idea of you. The stability, the success, the life you'd built. And when your brother couldn't provide that fast enough, she trailed off. I'm sorry. I should have trusted your judgment. Thanks for saying that. Will you come visit? She sounded hopeful. Not for them. For us. Your father and me. We miss you. I considered it. Really considered it. Maybe for Christmas, I said finally. But I'm not coming home, Mom. I'm visiting. There's a difference. I'll take it. I heard her smile. Your brother asked about you yesterday. Wanted to know if I'd heard from you. What did you tell him? The truth. That you're doing well. That you've moved on. That you're happy. She paused. Are you happy? I looked around my apartment. At the life I'd built from nothing, from the ashes of what I'd thought was my future. At the calendar on my wall marking weekend hikes with friends. At the promotion letter framed on my desk. At the dating app on my phone that I'd actually been enjoying using. Yeah, I said, surprised to find it was true. I really am. I saw the Facebook post in June. My brother, despite everything, was still connected to mutual friends who hadn't unfollowed me. Mia, looking pale and thin, standing next to some guy I didn't recognize. The caption, New Beginnings Red Heart # blessed # starting over. The comments were interesting, a mix of support and thinly veiled judgment. Someone had written, wasn't she just with, before deleting it. My brother had liked the post. I stared at that little thumbs up icon for longer than I should have. Then I blocked Mia on social media, should have done that months ago, and went back to my life. Christmas came. I flew home, to my parents' house, I should say. Made it clear I wouldn't see my brother. Mom understood. Dad picked me up from the airport. He's not doing well, Dad said during the drive. Your brother. The breakup hit him hard. He quit his job, moved back in with us for a while before getting his own place. He's adrift. That's not my problem. I know. Dad glanced at me. I'm just giving you context in case you run into him. He's been asking to see you. The answer's no. We pulled into the driveway. The house looked the same. Christmas lights, wreath on the door, Mom's ridiculous inflatable snowman in the yard. Home, but not mine anymore. Mom hugged me so tight I couldn't breathe. You look good. Really good. I did. I'd been working out, eating better, sleeping through the night. Turns out not being in a slowly dying relationship does wonders for your health. Dinner was nice. Just the three of us, like old times before my brother existed. We talked about Denver, about my job, about Dad's retirement plans. Normal things. Family things, without the drama. Your brother stopped by yesterday, Mom said over dessert. Left a card for you. She handed me an envelope. My name in my brother's handwriting. I didn't open it. He wants to apologize, Mom continued gently. Really apologize. Not just for Mia, but for everything. For not being the brother you deserved. He can't be that brother now. I set the envelope aside. Too much happened. I know. She squeezed my hand. But maybe someday. Maybe. I didn't believe it, but Mom needed to hear it. Not today, though. I left the card on the counter when I went to bed. In the morning, it was gone. Dad had probably returned it to my brother. Fine by me. The rest of the visit was peaceful. I saw a few old friends, carefully avoiding any connected to my brother or Mia. Went to my favorite restaurant, hiked the trails I'd grown up on. It was nice, in a nostalgic way, but I was ready to leave by the third day. You're not coming back, are you? Mom asked at the airport. I mean to stay. No. I hugged her. But I'll visit more. I promise. That's enough. She pulled back, studied my face. You're really okay. I can see it now. I am. Flying back to Denver felt like coming home. My apartment, my city, my life. No ghosts here. No what-ifs. Just me and the future I was building, one day at a time. A year later, I got an email. From Mia. Somehow she'd found my new work address. I'd switched companies 6 months prior. Subject, I'm sorry. I hovered over the delete button. Decided to read it first. Morbid curiosity, maybe. I know you probably don't want to hear from me. I wouldn't want to hear from me either. But I need to say this, even if you never respond. I fucked up. Not just with you, but with everything. I convinced myself I was in love with your brother because he paid attention to me when you were busy. But I wasn't in love with him. I was in love with being the center of someone's world, and you'd stopped making me feel that way. That wasn't your fault. You were building a life for us, working toward our future. I was too immature to appreciate it. Too selfish to see what I had. I lost everything. The baby, your brother, your family, my dignity. And in losing all of that, I finally understood what I'd thrown away when I lost you. I'm not asking for another chance. I know that's never happening, and honestly, I don't deserve it. I'm just asking for forgiveness, eventually. Not now. Maybe not for years. But someday. I hope you can forgive me for wasting 3 years of your life. You were a good man. You are a good man. And whoever ends up with you will be lucky. I hope you're happy. I really do. Mia. I read it twice. Waited for anger, for satisfaction, for something. All I felt was tired. I hit reply. Mia, I appreciate the apology. I do. But you're right. I'm not interested in rekindling anything, friendship included. I am happy. I have been for a while now. I hope you find that for yourself, genuinely. But you need to find it without me in your life, in any capacity. Take care. I sent it. Blocked the email address. Closed my laptop. My girlfriend, Rachel, met her through a hiking group 3 months ago, called to confirm dinner plans. We talked about nothing important, laughed about something stupid her coworker did, made plans for the weekend. Normal. Easy. Right. That's what I've been missing. Not grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Just someone who chose me every day, consistently, without comparing me to anyone else. You good? Rachel asked. You sound distracted. Just got an email from my ex, I admitted. The one I told you about. The one who left you for your brother? Her voice sharpened. What did she want? To apologize. To tell me she fucked up. And I told her I'm happy, wished her well, and blocked her. I smiled, even though she couldn't see it. Because I am. Happy, I mean. Good. Rachel's voice softened. Because you deserve to be. See you tonight. Wouldn't miss it. I never opened my brother's card. Never reached out to him. Never went back home except for brief visits to see my parents. My mom said he eventually moved to Portland, started over somewhere new. Met someone apparently. Genuine this time, according to Dad. Good for him. I hope he's happy. I hope Mia's happy. I hope they both figured out whatever they needed to figure out. But mostly, I don't think about them at all anymore. I'm too busy being happy in the life I built. The one where I'm nobody's second choice, nobody's backup plan, nobody's comparison point. Just me. Finally, completely just me. And that's enough.